Shalom to you. This is Highlighter. Hope everybody's doing well. This is the last part of my testimonies. This testimony I'm going to show to you as Yahweh allows, that the trouble in our country, in all the world, has taken our governments and departments I live in here has manifested this spirit. It's not about this place, just as it's not about a person. The spirit that answers my side is not a person, it's not a place, it's not a thing. It's a spirit that Yahweh, our Creator, He made that. And it's over our leaders. So last year, as I began the testimony last year, Yahweh revealed to me the brick of Moon number 7, and it had the idol, and the idol shows to me the name of Inanna on the brick of and then he gave me examples. One of the main examples he gave me was Wonder Woman 1984. And in the movie, Wonder Woman had a headband and it had a V shape with an 8-point star on top of it. And this is what was one of my examples, that it matches the brick of because it has an 8-point star above the chevron, and that was on the forehead of Wonder Woman 1984. When I seen that, I was surprised, but then later I went to a YouTube channel. It's called Babylon Watch, and the brother there has documented lots of things on similar topics on the Queen of Heaven, and I seen he shared an example with the 8-point star and a beauty pageant, Miss Universe. So Miss Universe also had the same configuration. So there was my two witnesses. But this was going on last year, and as I just got off the streets here in Albuquerque, I got an apartment, and I had what you call a case manager through health care for the homeless. They appointed somebody to help me make progress. And this case manager walked into my apartment, and she had a mask on, from COVID-19 mask, and it had the Wonder Woman symbol. It had Wonder Woman 1984, and a T-shirt matched as well. And so the exact same thing that our Father was revealing to me through the brick of through Wonder Woman, she walks in and she has this mask on and a matching T-shirt. She's completely innocent. I'm not trying to demonize people, of course not. Our Father has shared with me and taught me well to not to look past those things. But I did recognize something, that she's a Roman Catholic, and because I was selfish, I was thinking about me, I completely missed the opportunity to show her and open her eyes as our Father would allow it, because I was thinking about myself. But she was the one who needed to hear the revelations that Yahweh's given to me. So, lesson learned. So Yahweh says, stay in your apartment, and whenever trouble comes here, it will be very clear for me to recognize the spirit of the anti-Messiah. It doesn't matter who it is, family, friend, or foe. It doesn't matter if they're employees, state governors, police, it does not matter. I was in an elevator with about 5 police officers, and one of them had a mask on, and it had a little bit of red, black and red, like this apartment here, like the building right down the street. The ones that knocked off the logo, the idol, a ball that shows the match to Tesla. I mentioned that in the last testimony. I told the officer that he'd be blessed if he didn't have that mask because of the color configurations. I'm in a Democrat city, And the Democrat cities, the Democrats are naturally aligned to the left, on the left-hand path. But the same problem is on the Republican side. In all the world, doesn't matter what the leader is, they're completely powerless because Yahweh has sent His power over our leaders. So that was the first thing. And then as the year went by, our Father kept revealing things to me. For example, the revelation of the female black widow spider that has 28 chromosomes. And then I have a piece of paper in my apartment. It says on the 28th they're going to come to my apartment to do something. Doesn't matter what it is. They're just taking care of their business. I don't have no complaints in the apartment. They do very well, of course. But I'm showing to you the spirit that's involved. Paper is on the 28th. And that's what it says. And then on that day, two of them came up. And they both had the colors of the female black widow spider to match the building, the business cards, and to match the spirit of the anti-Messiah that Yahweh has revealed. Downstairs, there's two employees last year. They're not here anymore. And one of them, I asked them about their faith. Both of them said something about Jesus. They believe in Jesus. And one of them was a Jehovah's Witnesses. And they both were at their desk, and they had the colors on of the female black widow spider, black with red. It's the spirit of the world. See the video I shared already on the colors of the globalist leaders, and that video it's about 30 minutes, and it will help you to see better. So that's the spirit that's here. And then to make things more complicated, fear was created in me because the spirit was coming. I was very close to the spirit, closer than I have ever been in my entire life. And so our Father wanted me to see and to recognize and to fear only Him. And so the next event happened here was Elon Musk. He changed his business from Twitter to the company named X. And Yahweh just revealed to me before that happened. He showed to me that the X. Take note, there's Christians out there. I'm trying to remember the names. They are promoting X for whatever reason, but I tried to remember the name because the X that our Father showing to me, they have one mind in agreement. The two cannot walk together unless they agree. That's why I know certain groups and peoples in the world that have the idol. I know that they walk together even though they don't know each other. They have the same mind. The X is an idol of Inanna, her name from the brick of Ur. It's the same configurations, and that's how the enemy hides in within that. It's 8, and right here is a chevron. There's the ends is 8 and a chevron. So that's the purpose for Elon Musk in a spiritual layer, because he aligns to Sophia. That's his religion, his faith, his business. And Yahweh showed to me signs are very clear on people who have not received his son, who don't believe in his son, who don't care about his son, who don't know nothing about his son. These people are in danger, and Yahweh is giving me a way to open the eyes to see that this spirit is going to be on these people in the entire world. He says, the word came to me that all the nations are Nazi, he says. And these colors, the female black widow spider, are colors of Nazi. And Nazi is from the Italian word nazione. Nazione is short for nations. If you're a Christian, you're supposed to not be joined to the nations by the number 8, by the Trinity, the number 8. The two things that Yahweh is sharing to be set apart from, to not join the nations. And that's how Christians are joining the nations. They import the spirit of the world into the church, and they're joining the nations, and they become Nazis. So we have Nazis in our churches that are preaching and teaching and leading. It's not about the governments. It's not about the state, the police, or governments. It's about the people in the church buildings that are Nazis, because they are being misled and honoring Inanna, and the pastors are not saying nothing because they are fearful of losing money. They're losing respect for the people. They're going to lose their customers for the love of money. You look at swastika, that's the number 8. They have a cross because the Nazis in Germany were not Christians. If there were any kind of Christian, it was the ones that was taught Hitler. I forget the name. Positive Christianity. That's the name. Positive Christianity. That was his take on it. But as a Tibetan Buddhist, I knew what Hitler was up to. He was joining in with the spirit of the anti-Messiah, because they have one mind and they walk together, they agree together. That's why the Dalai Lama and the Pope are shaking hands. They have one mind, they have the same symbols, same idol. The church needs to wake up and see, and not to join the nations, because Yahweh is very serious about this. So that's on the 28th. Elon Musk, he changed his business to Twitter to X. And X is the idol. If you look at the Tesla logo, it's exact same configurations. 8 and 3, chevron. Yahweh has revealed it, because Yahweh is the one who we trust in. He's the one who will deliver us through his Son. So on that day, he changed his business name, and the light was flashing, the X. I come home, in my hallway, the light was flashing for the alarm that very same day, and very, very loud, and is a bright light in the hallway, flashing. I come outside, there were other apartments that were flashing, they had the alarm going off, because why? They're government funded. They're government funded. Revelation 17, verses 1 and 2, Inanna lays with the kings of the earth. Elon Musk does not work for the government, but that light was flashing that same day, because the same spirit that's over the government is over Elon Musk. That's what Yahweh wants you to see. Not to fear it, but to recognize the world we live in, and to learn how to live in a world that has rejected his Son and is manifesting the Spirit, and we should just brush it off. I know it's easy to say, because Yahweh wants us humble in the presence of the enemies, because if not, our Father will perform. He wants us to behave in the presence of our enemies, because He is the one they fear, not us. He is the one who needs to be seen and heard, not us. His works will be seen and honored and feared and trusted, not ours. So the light was flashing in the hallway. The same day, Elon Musk, he changed from Twitter to X company. The light was flashing on his business. And guess what day that was? That was on the 28th. And I have an image to show you. On the 28th. Because the female black widow spider has 28 chromosomes. Even though we're outnumbered, we're not outsmarted, because Yahweh fights for us. He's the one who does it all. Isaiah 45 verse 7. Downstairs, I took a picture of the idol that's in the Trump Bible. I've already shared that video. I'll share more details as Yah wills. This power is over the leaders, so we can't point fingers at the people, even though they may be aware of shaking hands with the enemy. That's between them and Yahweh, not us. But that symbol, the idol of Baal, is over our leaders. Like I said, it's their choice, what they choose to do. but it's there. So downstairs, I took a picture. Same idol. It appears as a cross with a chevron. And I had said something about a problem, a minor problem. And I come upstairs. I told them that I have a brain injury, and the best way to kill someone with a brain injury is to make them sleep deprived. And the enemy knows this, because a person's sleep deprived with brain injury, and then they're being manipulated to go places and do things and controlled beyond their limit, beyond their ability, that can hurt somebody and can cause death. That happened to me when I was in the war zone. My apartment manager, she had me out there going all around trying to get to the bank to give her $400, a deposit to go to a apartment. And she said she needed $400 now to buy some new paint. I don't think so. Everybody's doing meth then. I was going to the Breaking Bad tour then, and I survived it by the blood of the Lamb. But I knew the problem is being put upon me, and you can take it how you want to take it. Her son died. And I told my girlfriend, I said, hey, we're going to come in here and bring your clothes in here and get you off the streets. Guess what I did? I went to her apartment to get her clothes, and there's a dead body. We could not get into the apartment because there's a dead body in the way, right there. Because what I'm sharing with you is very important for you to hear it, to trust that Yahweh has sent me, and that Yahweh loves you and wants you to see the spirit that's over this city. It's not a person. You fight for your city. That's what you do. You fight for your city, and you recognize that the spirit is not a person. Too many people are criticizing the leaders, that the problem is Joe Biden, the problem is Trump, and it's not the people. Look at the people. The people is the problem. Like when I was doing drugs, it was never about the drugs. It was what's in the heart. It's not about the presidents. It's about the people what's in the heart. And the heart is greedy. It's fat. Strong's. Look in your Strong's Concordance. It's H8079. That's spider. Next, H8080. Fat. The exact same color as this. Go to your web browser and look up HTML 8080. It's right here. Same color. That's why I know Yahweh sent me here. This is a warning. Fat. Excessive. Staying up all night, doing drugs, that's fat. That's excessive. That's lawless. No limits. Yahweh's the one who's without limit. I did it and I know it, but He will deliver everybody who calls upon Him for help. If we have that desire to be free and we call upon Him, He's not going to leave us in the cold. Our Father is true and trustworthy. And I want you to see the signs I've shown that the Bible is true. In Revelation 17 verses 1 and 2, the kings of the earth, they lay with the Inanna. When you look at the word for Lucifer, Lucifer is Strong's number H1984. Hillel ben Shachar. Hillel ben Shachar. And when you look closer, it means pride, celebrate, a fool. That's what the world's doing. TikTok, all around the world, the LGBT plus community, showing out, making a show. That's part of our sin nature, and our sin nature is in the likeness of a female black widow spider that's without limits, lawless, is dark, there's no light. It's manipulation, control, and fear, showing out, and prideful. When you look up there, there's this big spider. You see that? It's shining, just like the constellation of Orion. You see that? And both of them match, because Yahweh is sovereign, and He is the one you can trust. If you look at the constellation of Orion, Look at the black widow spider, exactly the same. And they're both very large. The female is much larger than the male. Just like the constellation of Orion is larger than all the other constellations, because Yahweh wants you to see that He loves us, and He's given us signs to see, to trust that He is the creator, and He is the one who made you look like a female black widow spider. Shiny, prideful, lustful, sensual, lawless, no limits, just like the spider. He gave me that information, and I put that in my testimony, because when He spoke to me, that was my problem. But it's not my problem no more. Because I trusted in our Maker that He would deliver me. In 1997, from then until now, it's no great thing at all. But I did just what all the thousands and millions of my other Christian brothers out there, and Nazarene brothers, what they've done is they trusted that Yahweh sent His Son. That's all that I needed, is the blood of the Lamb. And that's what set me free, no matter what I went through. Even though I was like a black widow myself, Yahweh had mercy. And that's His nature. He wants us to be that way, but He is the one who's merciful. We are just people. We are to manifest His kindness and His mercy, but He is the one to be sought after. His mercy to be sought after. You can't trust none of our leaders, but you can trust our Maker. Cursed is man who trusts in man and makes his flesh his strength. But blessed is man who trusts in Yahweh and whose hope is in Him. Jeremiah 17:5 and 7. It's a beautiful city, beautiful people. I was out here, I have lots of testimonies to share with the kindness and the helps I received, but Yahweh has done it. I can't give nobody credit, even though we want to. We can't go and lift up people and say, hey, shake your hands, everybody's hands, thank you, you did this. We give honor for what honor's due. People need to be recognized, their work and effort. But our Creator has done it, and part of His ministry is also to show the sovereignty of our Maker. That's why I'm here right now. That this very building has the colors of the female black widow spider, because of the head is over it is the spirit of the world, and the spirit of the world is led by Inanna. That's why a lot of the businesses and buildings, we're going to have the same numbers, same symbols, the same voice over it. I've told you before the example on karma. That's why the car commercials talk about karma. It's the spirit of the world, and that there is what you want to keep out of the churches. When it comes to the churches, you import the spirit of the world. It's led by Inanna. Next thing you know, you got porn star pastors, naked cowboys. You got all kinds of crazy stuff inside the churches. It's terrible and tragic. It's not a secret. It may be a secret to other people, but my gift is to see, and I've seen plenty. This past year, when COVID came out, I didn't know much about what's going on in the churches, recently, or except 20 years ago. But Yahweh, He showed me. And He showed me why. And that's why I'm here, is to help. Because I have information to add to your understanding. To keep you protected. And to make you perfect. You come out of the Trinity and the number 8. That's the answer right there. All the worlds are triad religions and octagram religions. It was in my testimony to Tibetan Buddhism. It was a triad religion and an octagram religion. Right now, the Democrats are having a big celebration. And if you look at the DNC building, it's called the United, I forgot the name of the building. United building, it's in Chicago. It has eight stripes on it. And it has a bunch of octagrams. And if you pick any octagram, doesn't matter which octagram, you pick an octagram and you look right below it, you're going to see the number 3. It's a match to the female black widow spider that bit me. It's a match to the name of Inanna from the brick of Ur. That's the idol of Baal, the name of Lucifer in all the world. Be terrified of Yahweh, don't be terrified of them. He's the one who's done that. Lucifer is the God of this world, exactly like the Bible says. And you can trust our Bible, you can trust those words. The King is kind, and that's the only reason why I'm here. He let me live because he is kind. He woke me up from a coma when I was in Mexico as a fugitive. Unbelievable that he did that. And he woke me up on Valentine's Day, of all things, because I knew that Valentine's is connected to love. But if I looked at it as a lawyer, a Torah keeper of the law, if I approached it like I'm a lawyer, I would have missed it completely. I would say no. Valentine's Day is pagan. Get out of here. Go. The law will kill and destroy you just as much as a female black widow spider will kill you. Because when you break the laws of Yahweh, it brings death. And the spider in Hebrew is shamamet, and that means death. Methuselah, he lived to be 696 years. And my case manager was here. She did a phone interview, and she says, she confirmed my birthday. You're born in 969. I says, yes, 969. I've not heard that before, but I was born in 1969. But later that day, Yahweh shows to me that Methuselah, he lived to be 969 years. And his name means death, like the meth that people smoke, meth. Methuselah, his death shall bring. So as soon as Methuselah died, then the end came. As it was in the days of Noah, that's how it's going to be now. Just exactly like the Bible said. They're given into marriage, shaking hands with Lucifer, because Lucifer's name means to give into marriage. John Cena, a guy with muscles, a wrestler, he's wearing a skirt. Why was he wearing a skirt? He's doing a fertility rite in honor of Inanna for the love of money. That's Baal worship right there. Because they're shaking hands with the devil. Rock stars, pop stars, music stars, church stars in the church, they're doing the same thing. They'll grab a woman and bring her to the front of the church and have her stand right there, and she's wearing, what is she wearing? The same colors, the globalist colors, the female black widow spider, for all the world to see. One pastor has four female pastors because the spirit of the anti-Messiah is absurd. It crosses boundaries, and it makes a statement that that is completely opposed to what Yahweh says. He says no female pastors, they go get 4 of them. I've already talked about these things. It's already been revealed. The last testimony I want to give to you is my telephone. This is all happening here in this right here. It's not about the building, it's about the spirit that's manifest within the government. It's taking our government. And I've proven that, and it's very clear as day, and the answers have already been shared. The problem is shared, and the answer has been shared. My phone goes off at the wrong time, but one of Yahweh's servants had blessed me and helped me with the problem, so I was ordering some food on Smith's. What am I going to do? So I found a way to get my food. Yahweh provided a way to get my food, and then so my phone went out. I believe it got hacked because the battery got overloaded. But that's not important how it happened. I don't think too much on that. I just look at the possibilities because the information I have is very valuable. It's valuable for you to consider and to look at and to see what's happening. It's the true light that reveals these things, and there is our hope. So the next problem is the power went out downtown. And I grabbed my bug out bag 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I guess it was. And I come outside, there's other people outside, the power's out. And I go to the government later on that day. I go to the government building and ask what happened. They said they're doing something with the breaker, restarting the breaker. But regardless, you know, when Yahweh blesses, His words go out. It affects a lot of people. You know, when the enemy is a spirit as well, attacks a city, it affects a lot of people as well. So don't see this as a narcissistic perspective, like it's just me or all about me. No, it's about us who are covered with the blood of the Lamb. And it's about the cities that the enemy is trying to destroy. So I come back home, and I'm right there in the middle of a project. When I show the idol of Baal is in the Bible, the Trump Bible, I'm working on that file. It's already online. It's a done deal. If I could talk to him face to face, I wish I could. There ain't no doubts in my mind. He would either do that, that's what he would do, or he would be humble and trust that these words are true and that Yahweh truly loves him, and Yahweh did send His Son, because by His Son these idols of Baal are revealed. The Mar-a-Lago gate, right there's the idol. The same idol right there at the gate. It's in the Bible, it's in the gate. When you go into the living room of Mar-a-Lago, it's right there too. Right there you'll see in the top right hand the idol of Baal with 3 dots in the middle, just so you'll know to count. Don't count empty spaces. They want you to see the 3 dots right there. It's the idol of Baal, like on the Roman columns. But see, Yahweh wants me to help us. We help each other, the flock. We matter the most. It's hard for a rich man to find his way into the kingdom. But that's his problem. He crossed boundaries by putting that idol in that Bible. So I hope that this will bless you to see. I haven't finished my problem on the testimony on the power. I'm sorry. The power went off downtown. I was talking about, and I go back to my computer, and the Wi-Fi is not working. The internet it's killed. It killed the internet. So that affected the work that I'm doing for Yahweh, our Creator. When you're walking with Him, and your thinking is in alignment with Him, that's where He wants you to be, and He will bless you and guard you and keep you, no matter what. I have a lifetime of this, walk with Him that way, and I know how he does these things to us and for His works. I have His words, and I know that He supported me all the way completely. And so when that laptop stopped working, and He's hand delivered me all of His work and secrets and words to share, I know that the power went off downtown. It affected 20 businesses. It affected me too. It's a spirit in the world, and when you look and see the data I've shared on the secret of the church and state, the Roman columns in the Baptist church, in the Roman columns in the government buildings, clearly you'll see there's a connection. That's a starting place, but there's a year's worth of videos to look through, and I hope that you take time to look them over maybe once a month. They're about 2 hours long each, hour, 2 hours. And from now on, I have lots of testimonies to share. Before I go, I want you to know that while I was here in the apartment, many good things have happened. But they're to be told to people I meet one-on-one. I'll give one example. I have a problem with a bunion on my foot, and I need some shoes, and I want to exercise. I want to train. I want to sprint, exercise. And I needed a lamp too, I needed light, more and more light. And so I prayed, I asked our Creator, you know, I need a lamp, and if I had some shoes, I would exercise. The very next day, I go downstairs. There's a countertop. There was a pair of shoes and a lamp, exactly as I thought and prayed for. So I know that the power of attraction is a lie, is a trick. And when I was a Tibetan Buddhist, I thought that the power of attraction was true. The aspiration of prayers, the power of the mind over matter, that we can make things happen. I'm going to tell you that Yahweh is sovereign of all of our thoughts. That's in Revelation chapter 17, I forgot the verse, that Yahweh put it into the minds of the kings of the earth to agree as one. He did it to Pharaoh. He influenced the Pharaoh to do his will. Yahweh's sovereign. Nothing happens unless he allows it to happen. When I was on a Breaking Bad tour, down the war zone, in my mind I was thinking, I just need $5 hit. That's all I need. That I don't want a bunch of that, just a little bit, you know. $5 would be okay. I walk up to the Thailand market, a car pulls up, there it is right there, $5 hit. Who do you think did that? He had it. I had $5 and he gave me $5 hit. That's it. That's all he had, just a little bit. He didn't have no big bag and just, no. Because Yahweh is the one who's sovereign over all of our thoughts. The Buddhist stuff is gone. That's an illusion. I spent many years as a Tibetan Buddhist. I was a yogin. I practiced Yoga Tantra. And all the time, I spent 6 years I did samatha. And samatha is insight meditation, calm abiding. You know, the point is that it's up to you to believe what you believe, but I'm giving you testimonies that Yahweh He's the one who's in control over our thoughts. The last word I give to you, they told Jesus, they said, we have the power to crucify you and kill you. No, you don't, he said, but not literally. In John 19, verse 11, he says, you have no power unless it's given to you from above. And that's what you need to remember. You who believe in Jesus, I call Yahshua, who rose on the 7th day, but not the 8th day. The 8th day Jesus is Lucifer. You see it in the crucifix. I've already revealed the crucifix is the idol of Baal. But nothing happens unless our Creator performs it or allows it. He is sovereign. And when you see His sovereignty, He will set you free. Here's my thumbs. They got smashed when I was in prison. One of them got smashed, but now they're both that way. Then I go to the Torah and read about the kings of the earth got there's 70 of the kings got their thumbs removed. And so, as the Spirit led me, I knew that Yahweh is the one who did that to me. There's many examples. And when you come to the realization that Yahweh is sovereign, He will set you free, He will keep you free, and you'll have peace in Him, and your life will be completely different because you recognize that He is sovereign over our thoughts, over the terrible things of the world. That's what you need, is peace in Him, and to recognize His sovereignty and guarantee it. His Son was, yes, He was part of the plan of His sovereignty. Trust that He sent His Son, who died on the 7th day, who fulfilled the sign of Jonah. It's 3 days and 3 nights, but what I'm referring to is the number 7. Inanna, her gate is the 8th gate, to match the street that I live on, number 8. Because Yahweh is sovereign, He put me here. The website will have more data to look at, and as He wills, I will make more testimonies. But we don't know the future. But remember this, when He removes His judges, the end is here. Judgment is here. When his judges are removed, and people stop correcting everybody and stop helping and trying to restrain people, to tell them, no, don't go that way. When you stop hearing that, the end is here. But our fear and trust is in Yahweh of the heavens and the earth. May Yahweh bless you. Shalom to you.